Hello, this is Taylor. This is my first video in Rotterdam. I've now been here for 1 month, and so I thought it was definitely time for me to make a video explaining my first impressions. I don't have a mic stand yet, so I'm just going to hold this, and I hope that's fine. I'm on the Erasmus program, and I decided to come here to Rotterdam in the Netherlands to study at Willem de Kooning Academie. I am making this video because this is exactly what I wish had existed. So this is just going to be a short video explaining my first impressions of the city and of the university. I will also show some photos that I took on a very wet and windy day so that you can see the city as well while I'm talking about it. So my first impression of Rotterdam is that it is very big and it is very industrial, which is at first a little bit oppressive and intimidating, but now that I know my way around the city, and now that I have found the few small places that I really love, it starts to feel like home. And the first day I was cycling back to my new apartment, and the sun was shining and I was on my new bike, I felt for the first time that it was actually a beautiful place to live. Which brings me to my second first impression, which is that it's very wet and windy, and that goes for the entire country. All over the Netherlands it is wet and windy, and that's fine. You're kind of used to it in England as well, but it's a step up, and I guess you just kind of have to, that's the price you pay for being in a country that is flat and easily navigatable. So yeah, whatever. But it does make you really appreciate when the sun comes out, and when the sun comes out, everyone wants to go outside, and so the rainy days really make the sunny days worth it. They make them exciting. There are some really amazing places to discover here, like Witte is a street lined with hipster bars and cool cafes and independent stores. There are lots of interesting museums and night venues, and there really is a lot to see and do if you look around and you find the little nooks and crannies that most people maybe wouldn't see. Transportation here is really efficient, which means a lot to me because I want to be able to get around. Almost everybody cycles everywhere, which is great. I was a cyclist before, but we didn't really have the infrastructure in England. Coming here, there's cycle lanes everywhere and it feels quite safe. And if you don't want to cycle because maybe it's raining, they have a really good metro system and trams and buses, and all you need is a single card that you scan in and out of on every journey. And even going to Den Haag or to Amsterdam, a short way away, is the same card on the trains. So it's very efficient, very quick, and not too expensive, and I like that a lot. Also, as industrial as it is, Rotterdam is eye candy for designers. There's just so much interesting architecture. Everything is visually interesting. So much density. Around every corner there's something new to explore. It really is exciting to be in a place with so much to look at. Okay, so now my first impressions of Willem de Kooning University. Coming from Falmouth, which is also a very good university in the UK, Willem de Kooning is one of the best universities in the Netherlands. So all of my comments about Willem de Kooning are not to the detriment of Falmouth or vice versa. They're just very different. So firstly, Willem de Kooning is there are no borders between the disciplines. So graphic design students are not separated from illustration students or photographers or illustrators or fine artists. There are no individual classrooms or studios for the subjects. Instead, what they have is a station system, meaning that if you want to work on ceramics, you go to the ceramics station, and then they have publication, they have woodwork, they have 3D printing, they have interaction, they have audiovisual. Everything you could ever want to do is here, and it's available to anyone at any time, which is quite unique and exciting, and was quite overwhelming when I first got here. But you just kind of have to tackle the things that you want to do one by one. And the borderless attitude is really good for meeting new people, because you spend most of your time not necessarily with designers, but with product designers in the ceramics station. And there's a lot more collaboration that happens as a result, because you're just hanging out with people from every discipline. Secondly, Willem de Kooning is very diverse and very international. I would say probably only about half of the students I've met are Dutch. The other half are from France, Kazakhstan, Russia, Slovakia, Australia, from America. It is massively diverse. What that means is you're exposed to lots of new ideas while you're here. It's very welcoming, and in fact when we international students first arrived about a month ago, they had a big kind of party in the school canteen, and they had free food and drinks just to kind of welcome us here. There's also a kind of figure it out yourself attitude. No one is going to spoon feed you anything. When I first arrived, very little of the information I needed was given to me, and I had to kind of track it down. So you really do have to be quite independent while you're here. There's a lot less structure, and I like that because I like exploring things and taking my own time, but maybe not everybody would. Overall, so far, I'm having a lot of fun at Willem de Kooning. It is inspiring to be surrounded by so many different people, surrounded by so much equipment that is entirely available to you if you just take the time. I have a lot of ideas that I want to explore, I have a lot of skills I want to learn, and I suppose now the challenge is just fitting it in the 5 months I have, which is a good challenge to have. I think that's all for now. I'll be making more videos, but feel free to make requests as well. I will talk about anything and show you anything I can while I'm here. But for now, thank you for watching.